warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sandro Yudi. I am from English Education Department. I am the first semester here. I want to explain about intercultural communication. Barriers to intercultural communication. 1. Attitude. 1. Globalization means that there is now one business culture everywhere in the world. 2. If they want to do business with me, then they I have to adapt to my culture. 3. When in Indonesia, do as the Indonesian do. 4. It's impossible to generalize cultural. There are many differences. 2. Perception. The fact that people perceive the same thing in different ways is particularly important in intercultural communication. The way we perceive in culturally determined, and the general lack of awareness of this is another barrier to intercultural communication. 3. Stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed idea or image that many people have a particular type of person, thing, or even, but sometimes it is not true its reality. In intercultural communication, it is vital to distinguish between what is part of a person's cultural background and what is part of their personality. 4. Inter- Interpretation. What is the problem in this situation? A Japanese businessman is negotiating with an Australian partner. 10. The deal will be very difficult. Andrew. Well, what can I have to solve the problem, Chen? 10. This is the case of misinterpretation in which two people have interpreted the same statement in completely different ways. For the Japanese Chan, the mistake was quite clear. For him, the statement that it will be very difficult means there will be no deal. He expressed this indirectly to be polite and to avoid loss of face. The first, perception checking. Second, listening effectively. Third, giving feedback. 5. Cultural shock. Cultural shock is precipitated by the anxiety that results from losing all our familiar signs and symbols of social intercourse. These things could include the thousand and one way in which we orient ourselves to the situation of daily life. 6. Non-verbal behavior. Gestures are an obvious source of misunderstanding understanding because they may have different meanings. However, other forms of nonverbal communication may cause particular difficulty, partly because we don't nothing about them much. Therefore, we may not be able to figure out what is causing the misunderstanding or why we feel uncomfortable. Cultural learning. The process of cultural learning can be helped along by experience, reflection, and training. Intercultural training not only provides information but also develops skill and encourages attitudes to enable people to progress along the cultural learning curve. C. Dealing with different. Use the following statement to reflect on Bowell Switch. You are to be an international student. Employee, how many are through you? 1. I'm a sociable person and have a lot of friends. 2. I enjoy travel and learning about new culture. 3. I have always been good at learning language. 4. I enjoy dealing with ambiguous situations. 5. I'm tolerant of people who disagree with me. 6. I'm prepared to change plans according to what happens. 7. I'm good listener. 8. I can cope with stress. 9. I have experience working abroad. 10. I have partner, a family who are also keen in living abroad. D. Improving intercultural communication. It is also prudent to set a clear agenda so that everyone understands the nature and purpose of the interaction. 1. Break the assumption. Everyone makes or has assumption about others. Assumptions are beliefs rather than objective truth and are usually influenced by a number of subjective factors. For intercultural communication to truly work, people need to assess their assumptions and ask themselves why they hold those ideas or beliefs. 2. Empathy. In order to come to appreciate and understand people from different cultures, empathy is vital. Through putting yourself in someone else's shoes, you come to see or appreciate their point of view. 3. Involving other in task or decision making empowers and builds strong relationships. Using intercultural diversity is in essence a more creative approach to problem solving as it incorporates solving as it incorporates different point of view. 4. Discovering her mentality. Her mentality refers to a closed and one-dimensional approach, such a way of thinking, curb creativity, innovation, and advancement, as people are restricted in how to think, approach, and act with a people or challenge. 5. Avoid sensitive behavior. People can and do behave in culturally insensitive way by attacking someone's person. You attack their culture and treat for their dignity. This can only be divisive. The development of intercultural competence itself is mostly based on the individual experience, while he or she is communicating with different cultures. I think enough for today. Thank you for your attention, and I'm so sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi